Hi everyone, welcome to the 33rd module of GKToday's Banking Awareness course. Today's topic is microcredit and microfinance. I'm Ritrisha from GKToday and let us begin. Which of the following statement is or are correct? 1. At present, microfinance institutions obtain finance from banks according to RBI guidelines. Number 2. Microfinance institutions provide small-scale credit to low-income households and small informal businesses. Select the correct option from the codes given below. Correct answer is only 2. The target market of the microcredit institutions include those individuals who lack collateral, steady employment and a verifiable credit history and therefore cannot meet even the most minimum qualifications to gain access to institutional credit. These include artisans, tiny and small industries, grocers, vegetable vendors, rickshaw pullers, roadside retailers, and persons engaged in activities such as small farming, poultry, cattle rearing, fishery, etc. What is not an innovation likely to explain the high repayment rates of microcredit programs? Correct answer is strong competition between numerous microcredit programs to reduce interest rate. That is not something that is actually explainable with high repayment rates. The idea of microcredit is to provide to extremely poor and people who cannot get credit from institutions. These borrowers are able to save money and pay back the loan over time with minimum interest, and usually these are borrowers who are very effectively trying to pay back until and unless there is a catastrophe they cannot help or control, which is why microfinance usually has a high repayment rate. What is not a source of difficulty in estimation of impact of microfinance projects? Correct answer is microfinance programs are often targeted to women. So this is pretty much common sense. Why would this be a reason for difficulty to estimate the impact? What is difficult or what makes it difficult is that we do not observe what would have happened in case the finance was not given to those people, or some cases participants may differ from other participants, so you cannot actually compare the benefits they receive. And sometimes it's because programs are not located randomly. Usually they are located in similar areas which are not near banks or institutions which can actually provide financial solutions. What is not a mechanism that contributes to the success of microcredit? Correct answer is collateral. Microcredits do not ask for collaterals. That is the first thing. The reason that microcredit or microfinance exists is to provide for people who cannot afford to have collaterals, because people who do have collaterals can actually go to banks to have loans. On the other hand, the reason microfinance is successful, it's because it has dynamic incentives, it has peer monitoring, and it also has a regular repayment schedule, and all of this together contribute to the success of the program. What does the microfinance model not predict? Correct answer is self-selection of best borrowers. So the microfinance model does not predict the kind of borrowers that you are lending money to. Currently, there are about 14 models that exist in India, and they include associations, bank guarantees, NGOs, individuals, even cooperatives and credit unions. However, the idea of microfinance is not to just select best borrowers or the people you think will be able to repay the loans best. The idea is to reach out to the most poorest of the poor of the society who can use this money to elevate their poverty. Microcredit or microfinance is a novel approach to bank with the poor. In this approach, bank credit is extended to the poor through which of the following? Correct answer is self-help groups. A self-help group is a registered or unregistered group of micro-entrepreneurs belonging to homogeneous social and economic background. They come together voluntarily to save small amounts regularly and contribute to a common fund to meet their emergency needs on mutual help basis. Microfinance is a category of financial service that is targeted at individuals and small businesses who lack access to conventional banking and related service. As a result, self-help groups are one way to finance their needs. Which of the following microfinance institution is universal bank? Correct answer is Bandhan Financial Services Private Limited. Now, banks such as public sector banks, private sector banks, and local area banks can serve as domestic commercial banks that also serve as microcredit providers. Bandhan Financial Service Private Limited is one such institution. Which of the following are loans of very small amount given to low income groups or poor households? So this one is pretty easy. We have been talking about this for a while now. Of course, the correct answer is microcredit, which is the extension of a very small loan to impoverished borrowers who do not have collateral or steady employment or a verifiable credit history. That is the minimum required documentation that they would need to get a loan from our financial institutions. That is where microcredit comes in. Loans to poor people by banks have many limitations, including lack of security and high operating costs. So to help them, which type of finance system developed? Again, we have been discussing the same thing for a while now. Of course, the correct answer is microfinance system. The idea is to make banking and loan system available to the poorest of the poor of our society. Which of the following statements related to microfinance system is wrong? As it turns out, none of it is wrong. It does provide microcredit and has scope for small savings and remittance of fund. It's based on the principle of livelihood creation and high volumes of low transactions are done through this system. So microfinance systems, hardware and services are related to microfinance, that is providing credit and loans, normally very small amounts to low income communities. Rupees 100 crore microfinance development fund was created by NABARD in 2001 to impart training and exposure to self-help groups, NGOs and banks for microfinance. That's all for this video. If you like this, don't forget to like and share it and keep subscribing to GK Today for more such videos. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.